When we set an intention to nourish body, mind, soul, connection, unity, health, harmony, happiness, fulfillment, well-being, whatever words resonate with you, when we set an intention to connect deeper with body, mind, soul, and the unity throughout those individuated expressions of self, body, mind, soul, body, mind, soul, body, mind, soul, we have an opportunity to really dive deep into the miracles of our own existence. And a key element within the foundation of body, mind, soul is the inner child and the specific needs of our inner child, foundational self aspects or childhood self aspects, three terms that I use interchangeably that all mean the same thing at the foundation of their essence. The foundation of our self essence is our inner child or childhood self. And childhood self refers to our self aspects from experiences during early childhood. And inner child kind of just means those aspects of self right here, right now within us. So inner child, childhood self, foundational self aspects, three terms to mean the same thing, basically. And the specific needs that those aspects of ourself have. And when we can connect with that inner reality, we dive deep into body, mind, soul, body, mind, soul, body, mind, soul. Along any journey of connecting deeper with body, mind, soul, healing or nourishing body, mind, soul, integrating or harmonizing or bringing balance to any area of life through body, mind, soul, or expanding the essence of our being, the capacity for joy and happiness, fulfillment, self-expression, connection and presence, peace and relaxation, healing, nourishing, integrating, connecting deeper with expanding any area of body, mind, soul. Along any journey of nourishing the inner child, reparenting the childhood self, healing from experiences of social engagement that did not allow the self to experience the love and magic of who it truly is, or healing from any type of early life traumatic stress, along any of these types of journeys, we can explore three layers of general internal needs that connect with distinct aspects of the inner child and childhood self, and also connect with three layers of neurodevelopment from stages of early childhood. And this allows us to actually connect with different regions of body-mind miracles and the navigational networks founded in attachment development. Okay, what do all those words mean real quick in case you're not familiar with those concepts? Body-mind miracles. The body-mind is infinitely miraculous. The body-mind includes the subconscious and unconscious structures of the brain and the body. The body-mind includes trillions of navigational networks, everything from neural networks in the brain to information flowing throughout fascia and connective tissue in the body. And the body-mind has two jobs. One is to navigate self, inner realities, and life experience. So three things there. Navigate the sense of self, who you are, how you associate with yourself, who you believe yourself to be, how you connect with all parts of yourself. And then your inner realities, which includes your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, habits, choice tendencies, perceptions, responses, inner dialogue, narrative, stories, belief systems, all the structures of the inner realities, melodies, images, somatic sensations, all the stuff that goes on inside your inner realities. And then thirdly, within the details of navigation of the body-mind is the translation of life experience. And so when you interact with people, places, things, sensations, somatic processing, sensory stimulus, anything that has to do with engaging with the world outside of your inner realities, all of that is translated and interpreted and projected through body-mind navigation. And so if you see someone and you're like, hey, what's up? I recognize you. I know who you are. You know who they are because of the navigational networks in your body-mind. Okay. So the body-mind has two jobs, navigation and regulation. Within its job of navigation, that includes your sense of self, your inner realities, and the translations and details of personal experience in each moment. And then the job of the body mind is regulation, self-regulation. And this includes the brain hemispheres connecting through integration and balance and equilibrium. This includes activity in the brain's frontal lobes and the mohawk of self-awareness. This includes cranial nerve functionality. This includes hormones, neurotransmitters, digestion, respiration, heart rate variability, nervous system activity, regulation throughout all the different nervous systems individually and throughout their distinct connections, from somatic processing to autonomic regulation in terms of different energy states and energy levels. All the different miracles of regulation are the job of the body mind. And navigation and regulation are constantly affecting each other. When there's activity in navigation, such as the projection of a thought or feeling, it affects regulation. And when there's something going on in regulation, that affects how the body mind activates its information in navigation. Okay, so the body mind has two jobs: navigation, regulation. All right, and that's really affecting every moment of experience in every possible way beyond awareness. And the body mind originally formulated into the existence of its being through attachment development, which started through parent-child bonding during early life, but then it expanded. And the brain and the body actually learned how to grow internal attachments throughout different aspects of the self. And this is something that can be explored in another piece of my content creation. But the attachment development process, the parent-child bonding journey, was just the initial mechanism to facilitate internal attachments, where the brain hemispheres grew attachments, the front and the back parts of the brain grew attachments, the different nervous systems grew attachments, and different parts of the self internally developed relationships, connections, attachments, associations within the self. And so that's a little bit about attachment development. And so connecting with 3 layers of general attachment needs or general internal needs in relation with the inner child and childhood self can assist us in connecting with distinct aspects of the self and distinct layers or regions of information in the navigational networks of the body mind, and can support us in reparenting the childhood self, nourishing the inner child, healing from any early life experiences that disrupted the way that we associate with ourselves or developed into how we experience our inner realities or impacted the way we encounter personal experience or a sense of self, including early life traumas or complex trauma or any disruption of attachment development. And so from creating loving liberation for the inner child or childhood self to allowing for opportunities for deeper healing from some really gnarly things, this is a beautiful insight to have. The first layer is the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. And in this moment, we can connect with different aspects of the childhood self, especially in relation to a resting state. And this includes eating and sleeping. And so if there's ever a memory where maybe you were picnicking at a park or having brunch in your backyard, or some situation where you can connect with a childhood self who was in any type of scenario where food was involved. And secondly, any scenario where your childhood self was in a resting state. And this could include lying in bed waiting for someone to come in and read a storybook or tuck them in at night, or lying in bed not being able to sleep, or lying in bed and feeling the ceiling fan moving right before they fell asleep, or hearing certain sounds like maybe a sound machine that had ocean waves playing on it and falling asleep to that sound, or falling asleep in the car and having an adult carry their sleeping body inside into the bed where they were kind of half awake enough to be aware of it but not fully conscious. Those types of memories allow us to connect with this layer of the body mind. And it allows us to connect with distinct aspects of the self, distinct aspects of the inner child, distinct parts of the self in relation with the inner child, different aspects of the childhood self. And another way to phrase this is distinct aspects of the foundation of self essence, the foundational self, the aspects of self at the foundation of who we are, because those parts of self existed before any aspect of us existed right here in this moment. Those parts of self existed before any life experience occurred from the past 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, just depending on the present age of your body. Those aspects of self are the foundation of self essence. And so describing it as the inner child or childhood self kind of creates space to open our heart and soften to those aspects of self. But when we describe those parts of self as the foundation of our self essence, it actually allows us to hold reverence and honor for those aspects of self as being very, very important to the very foundation of our existence. And it allows us to revere and honor and hold space and look up to those aspects of self, even though they might have held information of navigation of being smaller than the self that physically exists today. And so setting the intention to connect with distinct aspects of self, setting the intention to connect with distinct needs at the foundation of the body mind, and setting an intention to connect with specific memories that might arise in relation with those needs is the first step. From there, there's a lot of opportunity to go deeper in connecting with parts of self, rewriting navigational structures, nourishing attachment needs, resculpting attachment bonds by allowing the present day self to be the adult figure, the awareness of self to be the conscious facilitator, and the childhood self to be present in a powerful way. So that's the first layer. The first layer is the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. The need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. So what does that mean or feel like for you? What does that mean or feel like for you? When you think about feeling tenderly held in relation with the early experiences of your personal life, what does that mean? What does that look like? How does that feel? What comes up? What resonates? What kind of connections does your body mind make as it navigates listening to this right now? And the need to feel abundantly taken care of. What does that bring up? The need to feel abundantly taken care of. The need to feel abundantly taken care of. What comes up? What associations arise? What sensations or thoughts or feelings or memories or anything comes up? Because those are clues from your body-mind navigation in relation with the foundation of your inner being. The need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. Through the work I've done, two of the most powerful ways to connect with childhood memories in relation with that need is through any experiences of eating or sleeping, basically resting states. And this can also include other types of resting states like cuddling up with family members or close friends as a young child when you're at a slumber party or watching a movie or whatever the experience might be. And so this is especially correlated with resting states in the nervous system. This is especially correlated with resting states in the nervous system, a low energy dorsal ventral vagal activation in the autonomic nervous system. A low energy resting state through dorsal ventral vagal activation in the autonomic nervous system. So the first layer is the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. And that is in a lower energy state. And then the next layer here is through the need to feel playful fun and adventure, exploration, playful fun, adventure, exploration. And this especially includes hands-on activities and movement in the body. This especially includes hands-on activities and movements in the body. And so playful fun, adventure, and creativity in terms of bodily movement. So this may include bike riding and rollerblading and any type of physical activity that is done for enjoyment more so than just physical exercise. This could include playing on the playground and using your imagination. And so think back to experiences from early life, especially before age 12, anytime before age 12, or whatever resonates with you. There's memories from 0 to 6, there's memories from 7 to 12, and there's memories from 13 to 18. 6-year periods that hold critical components of neurodevelopment. And so any time before age 12 is especially powerful. And so think back and notice anything that comes up in relation with the need to feel playful fun and creative adventure, especially through active imagination and or bodily movement. And so a few examples: rollerblading, bike riding, playing on the playground, using your imagination, maybe going out and having some imaginary adventure and come up with all kinds of different things. There's like a million different examples. Any type of imaginary adventure. Maybe you go find a creek and you're out and you're in the wilderness exploring and adventuring, or maybe you're out in the yard or a park somewhere and you're pretending that you're camping and you're lost and it's exciting and it's this and it's that, or you're in a pirate ship, or you're whatever it is, some sense of creative imagination or adventurous play where you are maybe playing with toys and using your imagination actively in that way. Maybe you are physically engaged in the body, like a form of exercise that is more for pleasure and enjoyment than physical fitness, or maybe something of both where you're actively engaging in the body while on some kind of imaginary adventure. And so to connect with the second layer of self aspects within distinct energies of body-mind navigation, we connect with the energies from early childhood affiliated with creative imagination and adventurous play. So just notice what might come up for you through this playful little exploration. So the second layer is the need to feel playful fun and adventurous exploration, especially through creative imagination and or activity in the physical body. It's going to be in more of a middle or higher nervous system activity. You're not cuddled up and in a resting state and eating snacks and resting and napping and falling asleep and cuddling up and watching a movie. You're actively engaged in the body. So it's going to be a ventral vagal autonomic state of regulation and nervous system activity, a middle to higher level of energy, but still in complete regulation. And so again, this allows us to connect with specific aspects of self and distinct energies of self essence. And you can describe this as the inner child, the childhood self, or the foundation of self essence, or all of the above, whatever resonates and most serves and supports you in whatever your personal intentions are for exploring this. And so, firstly, to connect with specific aspects of self, because we have, hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of different aspects of our self essence. And so when we connect with specific aspects of self, this just allows for a little energetic fine tuning to connect and unify with specific energies of who we are. And then the second purpose is to activate distinct navigational networks at the foundation of the body mind, to activate specific navigational networks in the foundation of the body mind. And this includes the foundation of navigational networks that affect our life right now, our sense of self, our inner realities and experiences, and the translations of personal life as we maneuver through different elements of our own experience from the inside out. And when we go really deep, it can connect with distinct regions of data in relation with early life attachment development, where the body-mind first learned how to navigate and regulate its own existence from the inside out. Attachment development allowed us to implicitly, subconsciously, sensationally learn how to experience our own existence. And then as we connect with specific aspects of self, and as we activate distinct navigational networks in Body Mind Miracles, and as we engage in this particular layer of our inner realities, we then have opportunity to influence it. We can resculpt navigational networks. We can recreate attachment development or specific regions of it to shift the way that the brain and the body allow us to navigate and regulate existence from the inside out. We can shift the navigational networks that affect the way we think and feel and move and choose and respond and experience our own existence. We can connect deeper with different aspects of self to feel more unity and wholeness and loving attunement from within, which can amplify sensations of love, peace, joy, freedom, creativity, inspiration, all the good things that we want to feel. Because so much of the foundation of our everyday experiences is rooted in patterns of feeling and movement, including from unconscious memories. Unconscious memories carry patterns of feeling and movement, and in any given moment, there is a pattern of feeling and a pattern of movement that is affecting us within and or beyond awareness. And so as we reach in to a specific layer of the body mind, connecting with distinct aspects of self and attuning with specific attachment needs or internal needs that are at the foundation of how the body mind learned to associate with its own existence, we have the opportunity to influence it, to rewrite it, to resculpt it, to shift it in any way that we desire. Or if there's nothing that we desire to transform, then we have the opportunity to expand it. We can connect further with that playful sense of who we are. We can connect further with the adventurous sense of who we are. We can connect further and deeper and wider and more expansively with the imaginative sense of who we are. And so whether we're desiring to transform something or expand into something, this is an opportunity like no other. And one of the most powerful practices to influence any or all of this, and again, this can be to nourish the inner child, to reparent aspects of the childhood self, to heal from disrupted attachment development or any kind of traumas during early life experience, or to influence any pattern of navigation or regulation existing in our body mind right here, right now. The most powerful practice or journey is through any type of social self-engagement, where you practice distinction and connection between aspects of self to create more unity and attunement from within, the awareness of self being distinct from the experiencer of self, and the present moment self being distinct from and connected with the childhood self or aspects of the inner child or foundational self essence. And from that distinction and connection, then there is awareness and attunement and connection with specific internal needs, such as the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of, especially in a low energy regulatory state, the need to feel playful fun and creative adventure, especially in a middle or higher energy level state, and other distinct attachment needs that are explored through my work and the modalities offered in my trifecta treasure trove and through Mirror Play with Mirror Power. But to connect with specific attachment needs and then create a felt sense of fulfillment as different parts of self develop attachment bonds with each other. The awareness of self grows attachments with the present moment self, and the present moment self develops attachments with the inner child, childhood self, or foundational self aspects, while creating a somatically felt sense of the fulfillment of those attachment needs, especially through navigational information in different regulatory states, because the body mind's job is to navigate and regulate. So working with the navigation and regulation in affiliation with attachment needs while connecting with distinct aspects of self. The third layer to connect with in this exploration here, and this references my original expanded spirit diagram as we explore these ideas. The third layer is the need to feel authentic self-expression. Authentic self-expression. And this includes creativity and intellect in various styles of your own personal expression. And it can also include authentic self-expression in terms of communicating with yourself or other people in different types of scenarios or situations. Being able to speak your mind or be yourself or make that funny joke or make that comment or speak your opinion or have a preference or declare your needs or whatever it might be. And so this includes your own personal self-expression, like through art or music or drawing or writing or computer programming or whatever it might be, that combines creativity and intellect or intelligence in a way that allows you to feel your own unique, authentic self-expression. So creative and intelligent self-expression, whatever that looks like, maybe it's drama and theater or studying algebra and math and geometry and physics, okay? So your own unique, authentic self-expression, something that allows your self-essence to be in an expanded state of authenticity, originality, creativity, intelligent, intellectual engagement, and self-expression. And then it also includes self-expression around other people and within your own being, speaking your voice, speaking your truth, expressing yourself, being yourself, feeling like yourself when you're in situations where there's other people around, and being able to just be yourself and speak your mind and speak your truth and express your opinion and speak your needs and say what you think and all those different things that allow us to just kind of be ourselves and not feel restricted in what we say or how we feel or how we express ourselves in scenarios, situations, circumstances around other people. Okay, so two components there. The need to feel authentic self-expression, the need to feel authentic self-expression, the need to feel authentic self-expression. And so think back to childhood experiences, especially before age 12. Start with anything that comes up age 0 to 6, and then explore anything that comes up ages 7 to 12 or 7 to 9 and then 10 to 12. Okay, so start with younger years and then move up and work your way up to age 12-ish and just notice what comes up, what memories arise, what aspects of self are inviting deeper connection and attunement, what parts of you want to feel seen and loved, respected and recognized, supported and connected, vulnerably close with a sense of inner community and collaboration throughout the self. What parts of you want to feel important and purposeful, valued, and with a sense of belonging? What parts of you are inviting specific connection at this time? And so notice specific childhood memories, and they could be moment memories. It doesn't have to be a big memory of lots of details of, weeks or months. It could just be a singular moment, a single image, a single sensation, a single moment of experience without maybe having a lot of surrounding detail. And that's perfectly all right as well. But see what comes up and what aspects of the childhood self are inviting you to see them and to love them and to recognize them and to respect them and to embrace them. And this, what I'm describing here, these are attachment needs from a different model that connect with the attachment needs that always exist in navigational structures, rather than attachment needs connecting with stages of neurodevelopment from specific early life experiences. Just a little clarifying insight. And so think back to early life, especially age 12 and earlier, and connect with aspects of your childhood self, parts of your inner child, aspects of your foundational self-essence in relation with their need to feel authentic self-expression. And these could be moments where those needs were met or not met, but they come up in some way. And so, for example, maybe you were on a hike with a friend and you were singing and enjoying just expressing yourself and being fun and silly and light and playful and just vocalizing anything because you're out on a hike and there's no one around. But then your friend says, "Oh, you really don't have a good singing voice." and you love that friend. So you basically stop singing for many years after that. Okay. Or perhaps you were, playing piano or doing some kind of art or doing some kind of drama performance, or you did computer programming and developed this game or whatever it was. And maybe it wasn't appreciated or welcomed in whatever space you were in at that time. And it really dampened your spirits and reduced the capacity for you to feel free to express yourself. Or maybe it's an opposite occurrence and, you wrote that storybook or you did whatever it was and you were just massively celebrated for it. Or maybe you didn't share it with anyone and you just enjoyed it for you and you were very proud of what you did. You scripted out a drama, you led a group doing something, whatever it was, some modality of authentic self-expression, and you felt very proud of it at that time. And this is, again, memories from age 12 or earlier, okay? And so just take some time to connect with specific needs that might connect with distinct aspects of self and might align with specific childhood memories. First is the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. Second is the need to feel playful fun and creative adventure or imaginative play. And the third is to feel authentic self-expression. And this includes creativity or intellectual engagement in expressing your own unique gifts or skills or hobbies or passions or talents or abilities, some way that expresses your own unique, authentic originality, and expressing yourself by just being yourself in different ways, and especially through vocalization of your own authentic expression around other people. And so take some time to connect with those 3 layers of inner needs. And as you connect with those 3 layers of inner needs, notice what memories might arise from early life experiences, especially before age 12. And the younger you can go, the better. But of course, all aspects of self are welcoming, being seen and loved. And sometimes it can be harder to connect with those early life moment memories, but they can just be moment memories. It doesn't have to be all the surrounding details. Any moment, any image, sensation, narrative, autobiographical insight. And then connect with the parts of self who are at the foundation of self-essence in relation with those layers of attachment needs and the experiences that impacted neurodevelopment at different stages in different ways. And then connect with the essence of who you are right here, right now, and see how those worlds are bridged. Do you feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of inside of your being right here, right now? Do you feel free to have a sense of playful fun and creative imagination and adventure, especially through physical bodily engagement, using your imagination or going out and having fun or moving your body and exercising for the enjoyment of that playful adventure, not just to accomplish the form of exercise and bodily movement for your health, but to enjoy the playful adventure of it? Do you feel free to use your imagination and be creative and be grounded in your body in that process? And do you feel free in terms of your own self-expression and authentic expression? And again, this includes your own skill sets and gifts and abilities and unique talents and the combination of creativity and intelligence colliding in your own unique, authentic way. And also just being yourself in different situations, scenarios, around people, even when you're alone, just getting to feel like yourself, just feeling free to express and be your authentic self. And as you start to connect with these different needs, how can you hold space to fulfill these needs for yourself? And again, social self-engagement is the most powerful practice to do that. As we nourish body, mind, soul, by tending to these 3 foundational layers of our inner child or childhood self, including the attachment needs that they carry, it's important to look at them sequentially. Because if we jump into self-expression without play, then we might be expressing ourselves because we feel like we have to, or expressing ourselves in a way that fits into a box that was created for us by someone or something else outside of us and is not attuned with the authentic essence of our soul. And if we try to embrace play without tending to our needs and allowing our body mind to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of, then we might be playing from a place of dysregulation and not actually being fully grounded and present in health and harmony to experience that happiness and joy. So it's important to start at that first foundational layer of tenderly holding and abundantly caring for the youngest parts of our aspects of self, the youngest aspects of our inner child, the foundation of body, mind, soul, and all the aspects of ourself right here, right now. And then once we're in a place of feeling tenderly held and abundantly taken care of, then we can embrace play, adventure, exploration, imagination, creativity, especially through a grounded state in our body, playing in a grounded state of our body. And that could look simple, like stopping to smell a flower, or admiring a bee pollinating on that flower, or going and doing some form of exercise, not to get physically fit necessarily, but to enjoy being in our body for, 10 to 20 minutes. It doesn't have to look big or specific. It can just be anything that allows us to feel happiness in our body, basically. And then once we feel that sense of lightness, lightheartedness, happiness, pleasure, play, connection, adventure, beingness, happiness, bliss inside of our body, and we're fully taken care of, feeling held, abundantly taken care of, feeling that health and happiness in our body, then we can move into authentic self-expression, speaking our truth. And again, this goes into both creative and intellectual expressions of our being, such as following our passions or our purpose, and also authentic expression in speaking our truth and being ourselves. And this includes when we're just by ourselves and also interacting with other people. And notice when there's a moment where maybe you're trying to do one of those things, but one of the foundational needs isn't fully met, so it's restricting your capacity. Again, like maybe you're trying to focus on that authentic self-expression, but if you don't feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of, then you're not necessarily going to be fully grounded in a place to speak your truth. Or if you try to do authentic self-expression without connecting with a sense of play or happiness inside of your body, then your mind might be focused on the task of expressing yourself while your body is in a state of deep unhappiness. And, for each of the different needs and layers of our inner being. And so when we're tending to that inner child, childhood self, the foundation of body, mind, and soul, we look at these 3 layers of our inner being and specific needs, and we start from the foundation and we work our way up. It's also important not to stay stuck in just one layer of inner needs without having fluid connection through all 3 layers. For example, if you are only paying attention to that first layer and not exploring the other ones, then you might restrict the expansion of energetic expression and experience felt throughout your body, mind, and soul. And if you only focus on the second layer, then you might miss out on the expansion of your authentic self-expression. And so we want to start from the first layer, move to the second, and then the third. And once we've established contact with all these aspects of self and nourished these specific internal needs of attachment systems at the foundation of body, mind, and soul, then we want to allow the energy to be continuously flowing in communicative harmony throughout these 3 layers of self aspects and the energetic expression of our body, mind, and soul. So to summarize our 5-step process for nourishing the inner child and activating 3 foundational layers of our self-essence through body, mind, and soul. Step 1 is to activate specific internal needs by bringing awareness to them. The second step is to activate childhood moment memories regarding those specific needs. And these could be experiences where those needs were fully met, or experiences where those needs were dramatically unfulfilled, or anywhere in between. But any moment memories that connect us with self aspects from age 12 or earlier in direct relation with those specific needs. The third step is to notice the self aspects of the childhood self who are within those moment memories and the specific internal needs of attachment systems during stages of attachment development in early life. The fourth step is to connect the essence of that childhood self with the essence of self existing right here, right now, in this present moment, and to reflect deeper on how the present moment self is able to experience the fulfillment of those specific internal needs in their everyday life moments. And then the fifth and final step is to bring all of this together and nourish those specific internal needs for both the childhood self and the present moment self. And there are a million different ways to do this, but the most powerful are through journeys of social self-engagement, which can be done through simple practices of awareness in everyday moments, like while you're on a walk or eating food or washing your hair in the shower. They can be played with during everyday moments in a more intimate way, where you set time aside for a project that takes anywhere from 20 minutes to 2.5 hours, and you very specifically focus on connecting with that childhood self essence and the present moment self essence through distinction and connection between self aspects and fulfilling those specific internal needs. Another way to practice social self engagement is through inward journeys of imagination, a form of self hypnosis or meditation through third eye activation and imagination. The fourth method to apply social self-engagement practices are through your own independent eye-gazing journeys in mirrors, or any type of eye-gazing practice in mirrors that nourishes your own self-love and self-connection, basically. And the fifth and final, most absolute, powerful, transformative, intimate, somatically sensed way of nourishing this journey is through a guided experience in mirrors, such as through my subconscious unveiling and transformation techniques, through mirror play with mirror power, and or the magical Mirrorthon mystery school. To go through an eye-gazing journey in a Mirrorthon where you are guided to activate and awaken aspects of self, activate and awaken distinct energies of body-mind navigation, and move through a powerful experience of healing, nourishment, restoration, transformation, rejuvenation, and loving liberation that creates somatic shifts that last a lifetime. Regardless of which method you choose, whether it's a simple social self-engagement practice in everyday moments, a prolonged casual activity like having a picnic with yourself or doing some art project with yourself where you set time aside for this practice in everyday life, or you go through an inward journey of imagination, self-hypnosis, or meditation, or go through a simplified mirror experience of eye-gazing to connect with the self-love of your own being, or a guided Mirrorthon journey that dives much more intimately into the depths of body-mind miracles and soul-self aspects of consciousness, any one of these 5 methods can be utilized in so many amazing different ways that can be custom tailored to perfectly fit who you are, where you're at, and what your intentions are. In any method of social self-engagement, there are 5 key steps. The first is to be grounded in loving presence. The second is to clarify distinction and connection between aspects of self, such as the awareness of self from the experiencer of self and the present moment self from the childhood self. The third step is to cultivate self-attunement, where these distinct aspects of consciousness have specific roles in leading or receiving energies of attachment, fulfillment, and internal need well-being. The awareness of self tends to the need for the experiencer of self, and the present moment self tends to the needs of the childhood self. And then that creates the foundation for social self-engagement. From that powerful internal foundation, then steps 4 and 5 are the actual practice of socially engaging between aspects of self, where distinct aspects of self grow relational attachment bonds with each other while cultivating a somatically felt fulfillment of specific internal needs of attachment systems. And these are all original modalities I've developed and are now expressed through the trifecta treasure trove and mirror play with mirror power. If you'd like to dive deeper into connecting with parts of yourself, nourishing internal needs, resculpting body-mind navigation, and sparking tangible transformation and loving liberation for all aspects of your miraculous inner being, I invite you to explore offerings through Kristin's Quantum Catalyzers. There are a dozen self-guided journeys, introductory, beginner, intermediate, and advanced explorations, amazing adventures to create that transformation and loving liberation in a really powerful way. Everything from daily practices applied in everyday moments to self-love staycations to self-hypnosis journeys or eye-gazing mirror practices. They're absolutely extraordinary experiences to embark upon, and they really create the shifts and transformation and loving liberation and the miracles that we crave to experience within our own being. And these exact journeys have allowed me to self-heal from extremely complex trauma and disrupted attachment development, suppressed early life trauma, so many disruptions of navigation and regulation, reunify with self aspects when that felt completely impossible, and expand into more wholeness and happiness than I've ever known in my entire life. And the greatest depths of darkness, challenge, and impossibility, these exact journeys allowed me to change my own life from the inside out without needing anything else outside of me. And so I invite you to explore these dozen different self-guided journeys that can really be a quantum catalyzer for you, whether you're looking for that introductory beginner journey or something more intermediate or advanced, just depending on who you are, where you're at, what your intentions are at this time. And then if you'd like to connect further, I offer one-on-one sacred soul sessions. And through this, we can explore any topic in any way in a general discussion. Or I do have specific offerings through Body, Mind, Soul, Self treasure mapping journeys and social soul self inward imagination ignition journeys, which is using inward meditative experiences to practice social self engagement. And I also offer guided Mirrorthon journeys. And so different specific offerings, or we can just connect in a general session and explore any topic that you desire to connect deeper with all aspects of self and create this tangible transformation through loving liberation to fulfill any intention, whether that's healing from complex trauma or healing from some disruption of navigation or regulation in the body mind, or reunifying with specific aspects of self, or expanding into more love, expanding into more wholeness, expanding into more joy and play and creativity and self-expression, expanding into more capacities to somatically sense unconditional love by tenderly holding yourself and abundantly caring for all parts of yourself. And so this single sacred soul session, an individual one-on-one personalized journey, can be custom tailored to fulfill any intention you desire. And if you want to dive deeper and connect with all aspects of self and really reunify with all parts of yourself in a powerful way and explore every crevice of your inner realities through body-mind miracles and really resculpt the attachment systems that allow you to experience your own existence from the inside out, I have 2 distinct multi-month journeys. They're each one-on-one personalized journeys. One is through Reborn as infinite love, becoming known through the trifecta treasure trove. And this explores my liberated consciousness diagram, expanded spirit diagram, personalized play prompt prescriptions, social self-engagement practices in everyday moments, and so many more miracles to explore who you are as the essence of infinite love and infinite magic, and what disrupts you from experiencing the love and magic of your soul in relation with body-mind wiring, resculpting body-mind navigation by nourishing specific attachment needs, and then reunifying with aspects of self and meeting all parts of you in a powerful way. And in this exploration, we're exploring simplified insights of neuroscience and consciousness creatively colliding to understand how the soul essence encounters its own existence in the human form. And we explore all different aspects of brain body wiring to understand what's impacting the navigation and regulation of our everyday moments. And we explore energies of consciousness or soul essence to connect with the essence of self within and beyond the human experience, to really activate and awaken the essence of the soul, reunify all parts of self from this entire lifetime, and create more wholeness and expansion from within. And so that's Reborn as Infinite Love, and that includes weekly one-on-one sessions and self-guided journeys. And we really dive deep, and it's so powerful, and you really cultivate a lifelong inner skill set that can support you in transforming any pain or challenge and expanding into any intention you desire. My other one-on-one offering is through the magical Mirrorthon Mystery School, where we explore guided Mirrorthon journeys through original techniques that actually allow us to explore styles of recognizing and resonating with the self in a mirror to unveil insights about the content and connectivity, or all the different navigational messages and the way all that data and aspects of self are connecting beyond awareness within the body mind. We actually unveil how trillions of navigational networks are allowing us to experience our sense of self, inner realities, and details of life experience. Explore all trillions of networks carrying memories from your entire life that affect you in every moment of every day beyond awareness, just by exploring different experiences of looking in a mirror. There's different ways of allowing clues of navigation to arise in the body mind. And then you connect with different aspects of self, because for every neural network, for every piece of data in the navigational structures of the body mind, there are aspects of self flowing through that information beyond awareness. And so we unveil the body mind, we unveil aspects of self, and that's through weekly guided Mirrorthon journeys. And then you have your own personalized Mirrorthon prescription, where you transform your inner realities through a daily practice that resculpts attachment development. And you nourish these attachment needs and can connect deeper with parts of yourself through a daily mirror practice that transforms the body-mind structure so you can experience more of the infinite love and infinite magic of your soul essence. Reunify all parts of self to somatically sense greater wholeness from within, and resculpt body-mind navigation and regulation so that there is more capacity for the brain-body structures to support your soul essence. And this can help heal anything from the past, whether that's painful relationships or trauma or whatever it might be. And it can serve and support you in sculpting a foundation in your own being that allows you to know and experience and somatically anchor and embody and connect with and attune with. And from that place, experience and express and expand into all aspects of your soul essence, allowing you to meet the energy of your infinite self in a way that is fully anchored into the body. It's the most profound journey that can ever be described. And it is the singular journey that allowed me to completely transform my entire life. You can explore other content creations that share more about my own personal self-healing journey, but Mirrorthons have been the number one thing that has changed my life. Over 10,000 hours eye gazing in mirrors through these original techniques, self-guided journeys, completely rewrote my brain, my body, completely rewrote my existence, and allowed me to connect with my soul essence even when healing from the most gnarly complex trauma imaginable. So they're really, really powerful, really transformative. So that's the Magical Mirrorthon Mystery School. So recap, there's self-guided journeys, 12 different options through introductory, intermediate, or advanced self-guided journeys. I offer single sacred soul sessions, a one-time session with me through any type of discussion or journey, or specific offerings through my own original modalities if you want to get more specific. And then if you want to dive into the deepest layers and levels of this transformational experience, I do have spaces open for my one-on-one journeys, and that's through Reborn as Infinite Love, Becoming Known through the Trifecta Treasure Trove, or the Magical Mirrorthon Mystery School. And I have introductory playbooks and web pages about each of these offerings, or you can always connect with me through email and discuss the potential for any of these journeys with me directly. I would be absolutely honored to connect with you. So, key takeaway, explore the need to feel tenderly held and abundantly taken care of. Explore the need to feel playful fun and creative adventure. And explore the need to feel authentic self-expression, both in creative and intellectual, authentic expression of your own gifts and talents and skill sets and truth and beingness, and authentic self-expression in terms of just being yourself and getting to feel like yourself in everyday moments and around specific groups of people. As you attune with these specific needs inside of your body, mind, miracles, and within these aspects of self, see if you can connect with distinct aspects of your childhood self or inner child or foundational self essence by activating moment memories in relation with those specific needs. And those could be moments where those needs were met or not met. But either way, it allows us to connect with a specific area of body, mind, miracles and the navigational networks within it and distinct aspects of self. And from that place of attunement and activation, you have the opportunity to influence inner realities by nourishing a felt sense of fulfilling those needs for yourself right here, right now. And the awareness of self can connect with the experiencer of self as the present moment self connects with the childhood self, inner child or foundational self aspects. And if you'd like to dive deeper, explore offerings through Kristin's Quantum Catalyzers.